something called in Swedish flak, or you could say on a trolley or on a truck, a base, a foundation. This is like 12 weeks on one big paper, and it's created by Karin Blad. So Karin Coach with C, karincoach.se, and she has a podcast called Viktigt på riktigt, and that's important for real in Swedish, and podcast together with yours truly. And I will now see if Facebook is starting, or if it's something with maybe take some time. So I will see here. It should be linked. So I'll check Twitter. So this is Wednesday wrap. I'm talking about what's going on, and midweek, Mittwoch in German, and planning for the rest of the week. So maybe it takes some time for it to start. Yeah, so it is on Twitter. So I will check it here. So I will test here and I will say something. So this is Meta. So it's working on Twitter, and I will go back and see if it's on Facebook. No, I don't see it on Facebook. Maybe it takes some time, or something has happened with, again, the API with Twitter. It's interesting. So this time I'm using the lavalier mic with IK Multimedia. So I put like a monitoring in order to listen to it at the same time, because earlier I was recording a video call comment on a comment that Karin had done, and it's a service called by something called Live. So, and company called Robert Monson. I will see here. It's called again. It's second here, and it's easylive.se. A service that you could then create videos, and then you could also comment on these video comments, and you could also receive video calls by clients, listeners, viewers, etc. It's a very interesting concept that I'm testing out here. So I wanted to test this out and say that again with this weekly and monthly. It's like 12 weeks. Karin created a paper, so it's like the last quarter, 12 weeks. Now it's week 41. In Sweden we use often weeks. I don't know how popular and common it is in like the United States of America and in England, but often in school world and academia they have it weeks. So now it's week 41. So let's start week 40 and at the end here week 51, and then you have this additional week 52 that you have to write it down here or a separate one. And here we are planning for our podcast when we are recording it, often on Wednesday, certain time, and then publish it on the following Tuesday, and then you could have odd and even weeks, and then you get the very good overview. And after that, you could put it in your digital calendar on your phone, or as I am having a manual calendar, Trig Life Mapper, and write it down. So it's a neat way of doing it. Do you use any overview thing? And also during a week, as I had this weekly wrap and one viewer, do you have anything that you have your weekly review, or after a couple of days, well, you're reflecting on how the week has come along, and then again, then weekly review of what has passed and planning for the future. So, and in the title here on HAPS, I wrote pizza slice. I had that leftovers for pizza with nice French pizza. And I wonder about slices in America. You have this pizza slice, right? And often you get it in your hand, but in Europe you often use knife and fork. And often you do slices like this cross, and this, and then you get 8 slices. So that's something, slice of life, to think about. How many slices are left now? It's 12 weeks. And that word 12 has a funny number with it. And you have this dussin, Swedish, and tjog and other things like that. Tjog is 20, I think, and dussin is 12. And often it has to do with, is it about egg, I think? So, when talk about the wrap, when you wrap something together and you have this tortilla wrap with meat, and wouldn't it be the case that pizza is probably one of the original one that you have a wrap, a dough, flour, dough, and then you put things on it with meat, vegetables, and seasoning, and tomato sauce and other things like that. And you could have this pizza in different versions. In America, you have Chicago pan, you have a pan pizza, you have a thin crust, and the one that I mentioned, the French one, is in this oven with wooden fire, so it's getting very crispy. So that's why I put it in the title. If you have any wrap that you like, including pizza, if it's a big pizza slice, you could wrap it and have a bite. So this is like a short and sweet test with the IK Multimedia lavalier mic that you could chain together with another lavalier mic. For example, if you have a conversation or recording a guest, and you are 2 people, and then you could have monitoring the sound. So I'm testing this, if this IK Multimedia is how the sound is compared to Röde lavalier mic. I'm thinking of putting that on my wish list, and also having Röde Plus. That is an improvement of this model. So that's for now. And what's have happened this week? Recording, as I said, and publishing and editing, post-production of this episode 20 of Viktigt på riktigt. What's real, what's important for real, podcast with Karin Coach. So that's published yesterday, and then we recorded a new episode. It will be then in a couple of weeks, and I will edit today an episode of the Secular Foxhole. We have now passed 30 episodes there, so it's around 2 weeks now since the latest one. And then we have 2 recordings with 2 guests of Secular Foxhole on Friday, and on Saturday we have Pen Meets Paper podcast in Swedish. So that's what I'm doing now, and again, I'm working on my last site. That's will put on this 12 weeks plan to put it in Trig Life Mapper as a project, continue project, and then I will put certain milestones and check marks to do, and so on. So with that, I will take a bit of sip of tea here. Cheers. I saw an interesting post there on LinkedIn talking about platforms or channels, you could say. I want to have social media platforms that you have communication. A channel is more like this, broadcasting out, but the good thing is that you could get feedback and interaction. The platform is something that you build like your hub that you could control in a way. So with these apps, I think maybe it's something in between. It's a nice community, and you create something, and you could link to your other destinations. So, and with LinkedIn, it's on their platform, same as Facebook and others. But if you're in a business environment, that could be the thing to go. But then you have to look and see how it's developed over time. And I see most of the social media networks are copy each other, and it's getting harder and harder to reach out and to be found in a stream where you have this connection and creating relations over time, referral marketing. So I will look at this post and maybe make a comment today. This is now 6 p.m. That's like Wednesday, 6 p.m. So middle of the week, Mittwoch, as I said in German. And this is now in evening, so I will maybe do it now or during office hours tomorrow, like 9 to 5 Central European time. Joke. I'm trying to not check my mail or other things like that the first thing in the morning. I want to do this lifesaver morning routine, to be silent, to have enough information, then visualization, doing some exercise, and then reading, and then scribble, writing something, and then starting out with a kappa and a CBD oil. So check that out. And at 7 p.m., so in about 45 minutes, it is at Biz Sugar's mastermind group. It's Anne Smarty that will talk about featured snippets on your website, often WordPress. So when you do a search on Google and other search engines, how will that look in the results, search results? So that will be interesting to see, and that could be good information for my, as I say, last site, teaparty.media, that I'm working on. And that's, again, the one thing for this quarter, for these 12 weeks, to get it finished, ready, and launching it, and then promote it in marketing, and then getting feedback or feed forward, and then continue on my platforms like blog, newsletter, podcast, and then different destinations like LinkedIn, Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. And then, of course, apps here, live streaming. So with that, I say cheerio, and thanks for watching, and talk to you soon again. Cheers. So I will end on this script from Haps. To download the Haps app, it's free, and you will get 100 coins that you could share with other content creators, and yours truly. And then subscribe if you want to get notified when I'm doing live streaming, and you see my provisional schedule there on my profile there. Lyceum is my username. And then you could support my work here on Haps by giving thumbs up, high fives, high five, and then giving coins. So with that, over and out, and talk to you soon again. It will be on Friday, here, and tomorrow it will be Thursday, Thunders Torshammer, Torsdag in Swedish, and that will be at 9 a.m. And I will probably comment on an article in The Economist. And on Friday, as I said, it will be, thank God it's Friday, and Friday fun, and follow like tweeps on Twitter. And on Saturday, it's noonish time, when it will be this siesta, Saturday siesta. So cheerio, and talk to you soon again. And again, I will end here with, oops, with Karin's thing here. So you have it, there you have it.